Making a selection such as this is highly subjective. It is a process as much defined by omission as by what is chosen. In selecting 50 titles, we can only hope to dip our toe, our little toe at that, into the vast pool of literature from ages gone by. In doing so, it is folly to make any claim for definitiveness. Instead, we are playing a literary game. Which of the 50 choices are indisputable? Which are taking a better place, deserved by some other work? Everyone will have their own ideas. In the end, it matters little that we all agree. More important is that by turning our minds to the question in the first place, we might meet some unfamiliar works, revisit some old favourites, and gain some insight and pleasure in the process. Books are brilliant. They are building blocks of our collective identity. They are monuments to our civilization. They are gateways to new worlds. We cannot explore them enough. Carl Sagan summed it up elegantly. Across the millennia, an author is speaking clearly and silently inside your head, directly to you. Writing is perhaps the greatest of human inventions, binding together people who never knew each other, citizens of distant epochs. Books break the shackles of time. A book is proof that humans are capable of working magic. 1. The Ancient World. Title: The Epic of Gilgamesh. Author unknown. Date: 3rd millennium BC. Widely considered the world's first known work of literary fiction, the Epic of Gilgamesh is a long poem telling the adventures of Gilgamesh, a king from the ancient Sumerian civilization centered around the modern-day region of Iraq and Syria. Historical records suggest that there was indeed a king by that name who probably ruled in the early part of the 3rd millennium BC. Today we have some 3,200 lines of the text, thought to be about 80 to 90% of the original total. Authored in the latter part of the 3rd millennium BC, Gilgamesh may justly be regarded as the first great leap forward in literary history, the original masterwork of imaginative thinking preserved in written form. The story itself is quite the romp. Gilgamesh, described as 1/3 human and 2/3 deity, his mother, Ninsun, being a goddess, and his father, a mere mortal, is king of Uruk, a sparkling walled city in southern Mesopotamia. Ginormous and strong, he is also rather wayward, lording it over the men of Uruk with his athletic prowess and exercising what he considers to be his right to engage with the city's women, especially new brides. The citizens grow tired of his misconduct and complain to the gods, so the goddess Aruru fashions him a companion, a fellow giant called Enkidu, from a piece of clay. Enkidu, it is hoped, will keep him on the straight and narrow. Enkidu is animalistic in nature, although imbued with a human intelligence too. However, after he is tempted to engage in a prolonged sexual dalliance with a human, a temple prostitute called Shamat, intercourse is said to have lasted for an entire week, or even 2, according to some interpretations. Enkidu is rejected by the animals and becomes fully human. He is effectively cast out of his old world and propelled into a new, often more complicated one. His new morality causes him to challenge Gilgamesh on his behaviour, and the pair wrestle in a ferocious contest. But at its end, they enter into a friendship that sends them on various adventures. Some while after their battle, the duo go to the Forest of Cedar, where they scheme to take some of its sacred trees after killing their feared protector, a monster called Humbaba the Terrible. Later on, the goddess Ishtar expresses her desire for Gilgamesh, but he rejects her, prompting the scorned goddess to send the bull of heaven to take terrible vengeance on him if he continues to spurn her. But Gilgamesh and Enkidu succeed in slaying the beast. The deaths of Humbaba and the bull inspire the wrath of the gods, who punish Enkidu with a long drawn-out death over 12 bedridden days of illness.